to 0 today. Oh, damn, I'm not sure. Is this the first time in the Show Cup that they meet? I think so? Please don't pin me down on this, though. They may have met before. Anyways, Happy is still undefeated in the Show Cup, which is kind of crazy. Because we're in Show Cup number 28, Happy still the reigning and defending champion. This is a long series. This is a best of 9, folks. 5 maps to victory. Happy in the top right in the yellow. Playing a Ted Fiend build, a build that is rarely seen nowadays. Against 1-0, also with the Ted Fiend build. I was kind of expecting this, to be honest. Happy was playing mostly Lich build. Lich first ghouls against most undeads. Because most undeads might expand first. Go for a fast expo. And against that, the Lich Ghoul build is very strong. That is the biggest weakness of the Ted Fiend opening. It's extremely bad against fast expansion. However, it is really good against Lich Ghoul opening if the Ghoul player does not expand. So the way it worked out in the past was Happy would go Lich Ghouls, try to play aggressive a lot of the time, and 1-0 would play defense and harass with the Ted Fiend build. And the strength of the Ted Fiend build is it transitions very strongly into the late game. Because you don't have weak ghouls in the late game, but you only have fiends and statues and destroyers, which are all very strong. So it's going to be a mirrored start here. Especially in Concealed Hill, this makes a lot of sense, going for a Ted Fiend build, because this is the hardest expansion map in the pool. So, yeah, you don't really have to worry about it here. On other maps, like Echo Isles, like Tidehunters, when it's easier to expand, then it's more dangerous to go for a Ted Fiend build, because you might get punished by the opponent with an expansion. Speaking of the map pool, we have Amazonia in this map pool. No Shallow Grave, so it's the old map pool. And we're just creeping at the beginning. Claws on the one side, Circlet on the other. Perfect drops so far. I think Happy before said that he feels like the Circlet is the best item. Not the Claws, with which he is one of the few ones. I guess it's hard to exactly say what's better in the end, Claws or Circlet. They're certainly both very, very good. And both very desirable. And both much better than the other 2 items. Which is why I think both should get nerfed even more. But let's not get into that just yet. So level 3 creep route here is very predictable on the map. You go the first 2 camps like we saw, and then the shop, and then the green, and boom, that's level 3. And if you get the Wand of Illusion, which is 33% chance, you can even try to steal this camp away from your opponent. Which means both players will have to scout and will have to protect their lab. You really don't want to allow the opponent to creep that away from you, especially if you don't have Wand of Illusion yourself. Is it really a best of 9? Yes, it is. So, Ted Fiend mirror, like we see here, is very slow. We're not going to see any fighting until we're on tier 3. It's just going to be creeping, creeping, creeping. On Concealed Hill, the specialty is the middle is very accessible to snipe the item, so we might see some contention here. Oh, wait a minute, Happy's level 3 already. Did he steal a Lasted with the Acolyte? He's got 8 experience more, which really confuses me. Why does he have 8 experience more? It must have been from a Skelly somehow. Oh, Happy's trying to go for the Orgalord super early. Woo! And the trap works. Oh, the Skeleton Scout. See something's going on now. But 1-0 might be too late already. Happy has to invest a couple of coils. But boom, he gets the big boy. What's the item? Cloak of Flames. I think actually pretty good. I think this is a bit underrated in this matchup. It can be tough for the DK to get into position, but honestly, if you stand next to 2 to 3 fiends, this damage over time is not bad. Plus maybe you can kill some burrowed fiends, you know, in some fringe scenarios. He killed a worker. Yeah, but one acolyte is not enough. One acolyte is not enough for level 3. With that creep route. Stop with the cloak, it's bad. In some situations I agree, but I think on most strength heroes, it's good. Depends on the matchup, depends on the armies. Honestly, I think it's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Stole the turtle with the acolyte. I don't think he did, but maybe. Alright, here we go. We're gonna have the first encounter. Lots of skellies on both sides. These skellies are very effective in Fiend Mirror before there's destroyers. And you can see even the Nova having to be committed on the skellies. That's not a mistake. It's what you have to do to get rid of them quickly. The Lich on 1-0 has more damage here, as we can see. I think they're both on the high ground, right? You really don't want to fight from the low ground to the high ground, of course, with mischance and all that. But also with the level 2 coil, everything here should be safe. Woo! Coil comes in last second, which means this fiend might be dead. Coil right now on cooldown. Oh, and Happy gets the kill. And you know why he got it? You know why he got it? Cloak of Flames. That's right. Happy now very low HP, but he knows there's no Nova on the Lich of the opponent at the moment. So Happy wins the first trade of this game. It's one fiend going down. It's not the end of the world. But especially if you can maintain position on the map and then get more creep camps and level up more, this can quickly snowball. So 1-0 must make sure he's not falling too far behind here. Remo, we missed you. Oh, thanks, Cithrin. It's good to be back. Alright, big consumables here. Big healing. Very good. Against Wand of Mana Steel. Not so good. Can be decent in the right situation, but no big mana for Happy this time. Even though I've heard from some people that Happy finds it every game, this might not actually be the case. So we've, I think in Undead Mirror on the highest level recently not seen too many Banshees. I'm still a big fan of the ladies. Obviously. Yeah, but we haven't seen them too much recently. Instead, 50 supply expansions are always also a possibility. Of course, the problems with Banshees is they're pretty expensive, so it's much easier to support a 50 supply expo if you skip Banshees and just go Fiend Destroyers. Scourge Bone Chimes. Okay, 2 bad items now for Happy in a row. So, really not the most fortunate with the drops so far is Happy. Oh, look at that Destroyer. Makes creeping this camp so much easier. And yeah, this is a kind of Fiend Mirror. We're just creeping up the map until finally tier 3 is reached. And then the question is if someone will go for the expo. I know Carson always says he loves these kinds of games where you end up in a stalemate and then the players have to be creative to get ahead and get out of the stalemate. I guess this could also apply for this matchup. Lionhorn, very good. 1-0 finding the better items here so far. Oh, and Happy's going with Frost Armor again. That's the one thing I really disagree with Happy and Undead Mirror. He's been trying Frost Armor and Undead Mirror for quite some time to reduce the focus fire damage he takes. But I feel like it really isn't that good. And Dark Ritual is better. Especially once the Lich gets level 4. Speaking of level 4, Happy reaches his hero in the DK, which is a big level up. And a big advantage if it should come to a fight. Both players positioning. They're all stacked up for the silence, but they're also stacked up for the Dispel from the Destroyer. Oh, the web connects and that destroyer is very out of position. Coil on cooldown, Happy uses the Nova, gets that Fiend, that's for sure. And look at all that Cloak of Flames damage, guys. Look at that! Great value on this Cloak of Flames. At times. Because normally under Mirror, you can't really afford to focus the DK because he's too tanky, and if you focus him, then you're going to be the one losing Fiends, and the opponent doesn't. Unless the DK is super far out of position, and the armies are really huge. Happy so far seems to be winning this fight. 4 Fiends on the ground against only 2 left over for 1-0. It's also a lot about mana. Happy has 1 coil left over, maybe 2 with a bit more statue regen. 1-0 upgrades on both sides? Yes. That still has the big healing. May need to pop that soon. Alright, the one thing I really didn't keep track of, what was with the Frost Armor? Did the Frost Armor do much in that fight?
A player's forces are under attack.
Thank you very much, P765A, with a 5-month resub. Oh, that's a big level for the Dark Ranger, though. Level 3 now for 1-0. This is a big deal. Way better skellies, way more damage. Happy doesn't have that yet, I believe. We don't have many creeps left.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is this War 3 Champions or Netties? This is War 3 Champions. And a little trick for you guys to know. Up here in the top right corner, where my mouse is right now, if there's 2 little buttons here, then we're on Netties. And if there's nothing here, then we're on War 3 Champions. That's the little trick, how you can know.
Player's forces are under attack.
Alright, I hope you guys are back from the commercial. I know this is really annoying that the commercials are playing on Twitch. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. Twitch changed their policy and their algorithm, if you will, on ads. So at a certain point, Twitch will play ads automatically. This is not me. This is not anybody from Back to Warcraft. This is just Twitch doing it by itself. If we don't play enough ads on our own. So now we always have to remember to spam ads during the games, which is also kind of annoying, because otherwise Twitch just plays ads by itself, which is really annoying, but what can you do? Alright, we're building up again. Around 60 supply for both players. Upgrades looking very even. And now it's 1-0. Attacking Happy's main. He's got that level 4. Got a lot of potions. Happy says the pendant on the Dark Ranger. I think that was just done earlier to increase mana regen on the other heroes. But now the pendant is going to remain on the Dark Ranger. Hopefully it's not going to be too problematic. Interesting position now. 1-0 standing on Blight. And Happy might be the one to force away fight away from Blight. More destroyers being morphed, and in we go. Focus fire right away on the Lich, but there is a Dispel. I'm just trying to see if he's using any Frost Armor right now and if it makes a difference. No Frost Armor yet. Destroyer was taken out. Lich targeted again. Oh, the Lich target fire seems really incorrect here by 1-0. Happy's got the coils ready, and he's got the invuln ready. And 1-0 is just losing one unit after the next. Maybe he feels like he was too far behind this game anyways, and he couldn't go for a straight-up battle, so he had to go for the hero kill. That was not a good start to the fight for 1-0. Let's see if he can recover. He's got some potions. He may end up having more mana on the DK. Statue for Happy, slightly out of position, loses that one, and with that loses the mana regen. That's a big deal. Call comes in once more. Look at all that cloak value, boys. Isn't it great? And right now is where Dark Ritual can be very effective. Eat those skellies, get more mana. Oh, Dark Ranger, by the way, very low HP. And Happy doesn't have Dark Ritual, so he's got way less mana sustain on his Lich. But he's got more Fiends and more firepower at the moment. Destroyer webbed and almost killed. Invo Potion needed to save the Dark Ranger. Happy had 2 invulns. The Burrow comes in. Oh, and 1-0. Oh, misclick on the coil? No, I don't think so. 1-0 doesn't have a dust, does he? Forgot the dust! Has to pop the big heal potion to save the DK. Happy still leading in this fight. Destroyer goes down. It's actually level 4 for the Lich. 1-0 actually has a level lead. Somehow. But one more Fiend is going to be going down right here. And now Happy... Yeah, he's missing that Dark Ritual. So again, that Frost Armor choice, that's the one thing I really don't agree with Happy. But even if that's a dead spell for him at the moment, he still executes that fight very well. 1-0 definitely overcommitted to hero kill. Oh, he used the dust? Oh, okay. I guess he didn't have enough charges anymore. Alright, Happy also winning this engagement, but the game's not over yet. 1-0 can get back up to 50 supply. He only has 2 ghouls on lumber here, so it's enough for plenty of upgrades. Wait, third attack upgrade? Did it just finish? Oh no, he cancelled the third attack upgrade and instead is going for armor upgrade. Ah, because his lumber is low, I see. Happy struggling a bit because he didn't have the second statue. Small macro mistake, probably. Not remaking that statue quickly enough. The missing mana regen proving to be a bit of a problem here for Happy, but he's got so many more Fiends. And also his positioning and target fire looks a bit better than 1-2-0's. Oh, the frog almost got barbecued by that cloak. And it's also the cool thing with the cloak, you can bait focus fire on the DK. And if you can bait focus fire on the DK, that's damage that's not ending up on your Fiends and Destroyers. So, take this message home, fellow Undead players. Cloak, not that bad. Unless you play against Dryads, then it's really, really bad. Nice sprayed. It's a nice sprayed by Happy. Got one Nova ready. Oh, and it hits big. Waits for the coil to be used, then pops in the Nova, and now gets level 4 in the Lich. And if he had Dark Ritual level 2, he would get so much mana right now. But again, even without Dark Ritual, this seems to be going well enough for Happy. When was the last time he used Frost Armor, by the way? Seems like it's been a while. Oh, the DK getting targeted. If he falls, this game is definitely over. Oh, the Fiend shots. And he does go down. It's level 5 for the DK. The Lich is in serious, urgent need of medical care. And does receive a nice little coil transplant. It's the save. And that's the game. Oh, Happy lost the Dark Ranger, actually. Didn't quite see that. But Dark Ranger is a very expendable hero. Even without a Dark Ranger, he can still fight. Is this a best of 9 Undead mirror? Yes, sir. It sure is. Oh, yeah, true. 1-0 nowadays is above Happy in the ELO rankings, right? Happy dropped from position 1, I believe. Yeah, indeed. On the War 3 Info ELO rankings, 1-0 is in first place. And Happy in second. Happy wants to regain his pole position. Thank you, Gold Esel, with a 49-month resub. 1 second, guys. Gotta go real quick. I'm terribly sorry. There was delivery at the door. But we didn't miss anything. Good thing we're an Undead mirror. Whew. Alright, Happy get up the expansion. He had quite the lead in this game, thanks to the 3 fights, I guess, that he won. 1-0 has one last try. Dark Ranger close to level 4, which is not really a very impactful level up. Happy still got the pendant here. Wait, this is intentional? He just switched the pendant's position from on the Dark Ranger. Huh. That's very strange. Is the Dark Ranger really the best carrier of that item? Doesn't seem right. But maybe I'm wrong. Happy again trying to get a big spray in. Have the perfect concave to take this fight. Happy's feed micro, of course, excellent. The coil there, just a little bit too late, a split second. I'm tempted to say, again, this was because of the Cloak of Flames, but that didn't have anything to do with it this time. But look at the Cloak damage again. It's a Song of Ice and Fire. The Frost Nova and the Cloak doing plenty of damage to the Fiends. The DK also baiting a bit of damage, but Happy's DK is so tanky, he knows he can survive some target fire pretty easy. There it is. Nova on the DK, and now Happy can pull back the Death Knight, and that's the Fiends for him being free of Nova concern for quite some time. 1-0 is finding a couple of kills here. He's gonna lose that last Destroyer. Happy still up by 2 Fiends. The Fiend count here is absolutely crucial. Again, Nova on the DK. 2 Novas on the DK, not resulting in a kill. And that is damage wasted, essentially. How much mana are we gonna have? How many coils are we gonna have? 1-0 still has plenty of coils left over thanks to the mana pot. And now Happy's really missing that level 2 Dark Ritual. But again, he's far enough ahead that this might not matter. TP given over to the Lich. Last second coil. Happy sticking in this fight for as long as he can. Eats something with the Dark Ritual. Goes for the DK. That's the kill. GG. 1-0 for Happy. Straightforward game. Nothing special here. It was all about execution. And Happy simply executes a bit better this time on map 1. And normally when it comes to Tetfiend Mirror, Happy almost always is the one to get the upper hand. So I wonder if 1-0 has to change it up. Has to start going for an expansion play, maybe. There's a bit of rock, paper, scissors going on. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, we're switching to netties now, it seems. Alright, let's update that scoreboard. Happy with the 1-0. Of course, he did have home field advantage right there. First game on War 3 Champions, he had the better ping. Now we're switching to netties, where it's going to be 1-0 with superior ping. That could lead Happy to play Lich Ghouls now. Because it's really with Fiends where you have to be super on point with your micro and your reaction time. I would say Ghoul builds are a bit more forgiving. Do they have to switch races later? No, I don't think so. Like, normally, it's main race versus main race, and then reverse race versus reverse race. But they're both undeads, so they're gonna stick with Undead. Who is Foggy facing tomorrow? The winner of this. So, Show Cup is always a king of the hill. The winner stays on, and he gets challenged by someone else. The challenger tomorrow is gonna be Foggy, indeed. And the winner will face him. The winner of today will face him tomorrow. And I'm really curious what Foggy's Undead is gonna look like. I don't think I've ever seen him play Undead. We've seen Happy play Night Elf plenty of times. But for Foggy, this will be a first, at least to my eyes. Do they at least switch colors? They're gonna have different colors. On Warcraft Champions, we have blue and yellow. On Netties, we have blue and red, I think. Happy gonna play without a hero this time? I have seen him play games and win them without a hero and with only acolytes. I don't think he's gonna be able to pull that off against 1-0 though. Remo versus Foggy show match would be fun. Oh no! It would not. Believe me. I've played against Foggy plenty of times. Oh damn. Wait. Okay, let's get into the game. It's the same map. That's how it works with, you know, normally reverse races, but this time no reverse races. It is 1-0 in the bottom left in the blue. I made sure. Against Happy top right in the red again. And it's once again Ted Fiend build. So, both want to go the gentlemanly, honorable way of Undead Mirror. No nonsense, no wildness, no fast expansion, no Crypt Lord, nothing crazy. Just straight up, by the book, micro wars, basically. There was something I wanted to say. God damn it, what was it again? I forgot. Thank you, by the way. It's J23. It says, Remo effin' Rimmel is back. Hope you're fine. Yeah, I'm pretty good. My leg is healing. You know, predictably, I guess you could say. Yeah. When I initially broke my leg, I thought, well, you know, I had had a broken arm before. But it was just like a little mini fracture. And that took like 3 weeks to heal. Maybe 4 weeks. And then it was all back to normal. So I was like, you know, 3-4 weeks and then my leg's gonna be back to normal. But, well, I had a rude awakening because this is still gonna take a lot longer to fully heal. So, until I can normally walk again, the doctors told me it's gonna be at least another month. If physical therapy and stuff is going really well. Last game, Happy was in the top right as well. So we have same positions. But unfortunate drop here for Happy. On Concealed Hill, it's very tough to reliably find damage. Because there's only one circlet camp each on each side. Which is this one, of course. And if you don't find damage here, but only a ring, then you can oftentimes end up being underleveled. We'll have to see if that is going to be the case here. Does that mean you'll be able to dance at Raraland? Oh, hell yeah, I'll be dancing at Raraland. Absolutely. Even if I have to do it on crutches, which I hope I won't have to. However, jumping and pirouetting and falling from a rather tall height, that's something I want to try to avoid in the future. Happy with very bad items. Ring and Cloak, the two worst. Oh, Happy woke up the creeps here with the Acolyte. I think that's a great move. The more inner fire that is applied here, the harder it is to creep. I think every unit should do this. Sacrifice the Acolyte here and apply inner fire. And make it hard for the opponent to creep. Because every little bit of damage to take from creeping is actually relevant. Happy also struggling a bit with the creeps here. Keeps the ring, by the way. Buys the circlet.
Forces are under attack.
And 1-0 is definitely a bit faster with the creeping. Replenishment potion. I always think this is a great item to heal up. And every time Happy sells it, it hurts me a bit. And it's a pretty standard game so far. Nothing crazy going on yet. Is it true that Neo lives on a ship? Yes, it is. You know, all the Russians have had their yachts confiscated. So right now, Neo is actually living on Roman Abramonov's yacht to keep it warm. Okay, I messed that one up. What's the guy called again who owns the Chelsea Football Club? Abramovich. Roman Abramovich, that's his name, right? Yeah. That's where Neo's living right now. Ballin'!
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, trying to go for us around. This would be big. Killing a Fiend here in the early game would give full map control to Happy. Oh my! Oh! Okay, he doesn't quite get it. That was close, though. That is so hard to do on this ping, man. But, 1-0 slips out. That would have been painful. Oh, skeletons were harassing. Oh, they actually killed an Acolyte. Wow. Okay. Happy was busy microing in the south, so he actually lost the Acolyte. And I think he had to cancel the tech, right? Yeah, I think so. Ooh, I totally missed that. And now 1-0 is the one to try to get the Ogre Lord, and get it he shall. Happy can only hope to get the Fiend at least. I don't think he will, though. Item Helm of Valor is okay. It's a decent item for the Dark Ranger. Oh, surrounding the DK. But he's a tanky fella, especially with that helm. Happy doesn't want to go home empty-handed, wants to get something here at least, and he's gonna get one Fiend. Oh, misclick on the coil. Okay. That's the first real mistake by Happy. Oh, and the Skelly gets surrounded. The Fiend gets surrounded. Does it? Not quite. Okay, 1-for-1 Fiend trade. Wait.
A player's forces are under attack.
What if it just sends the Fiends back? It's kind of weird. I guess he was out of mana, didn't want to expose the rest of the Fiends. Okay, 1-for-1 Fiend trade. 1-0 gets the item. So 1-0 ends up coming out on top. Alright, in the first game, we got the Cloak of Flames. In the second game, we got the Helm of Valor. What do you guys think is the better item in Undead Mirror? And I'm not saying that there's definitely a correct answer. I just wonder what the opinions are. Do you think Cloak of Flames is better, or Helm of Valor is better? Cloak, helm, helm, cloak, helm, cloak. The overlay, yeah, overlay.
A player's forces are under attack.
The community is split. I think the cloak is a bit better, but there's situations and arguments for both. I'm actually a big fan of Agi stacking the Dark Ranger, so I always think like the Helm of Valor is decent. But the Dark Ranger's attack speed is kind of low, so it's not that much DPS. Even with more Agi, her attack speed is still pretty slow. But yeah, anyways. Boots of Quel'Thalas, speaking of stacking Agi, Dark Ranger is going to be receiving that one later. Happy went for early web upgrade to creep this mountain. This took him a long time. I think 1-0's got way more experience now, right? Yeah, level 3 on the Lich. Versus just 2.5. Another ring for Happy. I think you should keep at least 1 on the DK. A bit more armor on the Death Knight can oftentimes be a big help. Sell the big one, keep the small one. But yeah, 1-0's level lead here is definitely quite the difference maker. Should come to a fight, 1-0 is going to be hugely favored. Frost Nova doesn't just do more damage, but it also slows for a longer duration. Oh, Dark Ranger picked up by the Chinese. Happy gets caught with an end snare. He doesn't have the Dark Ranger yet. Oh my god, this is looking like a disaster already. They're just behind the Fiends, wasn't even attacking for some time. We see Frost Armor again. Cringe. It's going to be one Fiend going down. Happy fighting without a third hero and down a level. This is an impossible fight. Loses one Fiend, gets no trade. I wonder if they can just expand now. This game is looking almost over already. Yeah, I think the choice to go web and creep this early was incorrect. I think it just takes way too long to creep because it's a tough camp and then you fall behind in the levels. But Happy is not going to shy away from this fight, apparently. Picks up the Dark Ranger, he's still down by one Fiend, also down by an upgrade. Oh, here comes Fiend number 5 though. Happy now on the high ground. Lich getting targeted and he's just dead in that game. Yep. GG. That was a quick one. On Nettie's server, Happy having tougher times. The items were pretty bad. And I would say the creep route was pretty bad. And the missed coil was also not perfect. A lot of things here not going right for the Emperor. And 1-0 ties it up. And now we're going to go to different maps. And I hope we see a bit more expansion play now. Concealed Hill, of course, very, very bad for expansions. Oh, okay. I thought we would go back to War 3 Champions, but no, it's Nettie's again. Oh, and it's Tidehunters. Alright. Tidehunters, I think, the most exciting map for me, because this is perhaps the best expansion map in the... Echo Isles is better, right? I guess you could make an argument for either. But yeah, Echo and Tidehunters, very, very, very good for fast expo. And now, the game of rock, paper, scissors begins. Because the way it works is, Lich is very good against Cryptlord. Cryptlord is very good against DK. And DK is very good against Lich. But I think the safe play here is to just go Lich expansion. Right? But we have seen Lich expansion also fail against Cryptlord expansion. We'll see if it comes to that. Honestly, depending on how these two feel, they could also just, you know, be more in the mood for just one base play. So this could just be more Ted Fiend one base play and just micro wars. But yeah, if you go by what's the strongest strategy on any given map, then I'm pretty sure this should be fast expansion rather. On Tidehunters. We'll see. Alright, and we go. It is the third map of the day. As you can see, there's 2 buttons up here. And what does that mean, chat? What does that mean? That means we're Nettie's. That's right. Because you can, for example, change the zoom and all that stuff here. Oh, happy with the Ted Fiend build. They're both playing Ted Fiend build. Oh my god. They're not even willing to expand here. Okay. That's a bit sad. That might mean that we're only going to be seeing Ted Fiends this whole series. But, well. I guess that's where it's going to be then. Interesting. So, this build instantly loses against the Cryptid expansion. But the mind game, the problem about that is, if you go Cryptid Expo, then it's very hard to make that work against Ghoul Lich aggression. You can do it, but it's tough. So I guess the thought for them might be that Ted Fiend build is the safest. At least against these opponents. Both have been showing very much willingness to play Ted Fiends on both sides. The safest build actually is Lich Ghoul aggression, because Lich Ghouls works very well against Cryptlord, and it's also decent against DK, but not very good. So yeah, there's definitely a bit of rock, paper, scissors involved in these opening builds.
A player's forces are under attack.
Very mirrored play here so far. Both even pulling out the turtle with the Acolyte to slow down the opponent as much as he can. Happy's trying to get the last, but of course 1-0 doesn't allow it. Both starting off with the slippers. Decent item for the Dark Ranger on Titaners. Unlike Concealed Hill, where it's hard to stack up your Lich. Oh, that was close. He almost got the last hit. Here it's very easy. There's lots of Claws camps and Slippers camp and stuff everywhere. And, of course, there is a marketplace. What's the level 3 creep route on this map, by the way? So, green first, then Expo, then this camp, and buy a new rod. And I think the green, right, is enough for 3. Oh, wonder they're not going back home, though. He's heading north, going to the marketplace. He's going to pick up the big item. Maybe even some items from the marketplace itself. But there's no claws available yet. Oh, he had backpack. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wanted to research early backpack, so he brought in New Rod of Necromancy. And he got the big mana potion, which is a big deal. Sniping this item here early on can give you a great item like we saw there. But it is not very time efficient in terms of experience gathering. And he lost a lot of HP on the DK, which also matters. Happy's probably going for the fastest level creep route that you can. And it's going towards the middle, not to the green. Yeah, I think that's better. This camp is not very time efficient. Oh, but that's level 3. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So these 3 camps plus the Ogre is level 3. That's kind of neat. He's actually level 3. A bit faster than Happy is. But Happy gets the middle camp. I took a lot of damage on the DK. This points towards not perfect creeping. Ooh. I like the creep route by 1-0 definitely quite a bit better. And now he's sniping the next item. Aha. Yeah, with 2 coils it's pretty easy to do. Health stone. Ooh, wow. Sick items. Happy shows up for the creep jack. Steals 1 creep, but can't get any kills. Might be able to force TP here. No, not really. Wait, where's the healthstone? Oh, wait. Did he just use it? Am I drunk right now? Yeah, he must have used it, I guess. Okay, so healthstone had to be used. DK is still pretty low HP. Same for Happy. He's got the replenishment potion, which is very valuable right now. Lich comes out, even picks up the one-charged ritual dagger. Okay. Not wasting anything. My grandma would be proud. Lots of creeps to go around on this map, of course. A lot more than on Concealed Hill.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy solo... Wait, this isn't actually solo creeping. And Happy kept his DK too close to the creep, so... A few errors are visible in Happy's play, that's for sure. Oh, look at that ritual dagger. That actually has great usage right now. Healing up the DK, healing up the fiends. This camp turned out to be kind of hard to creep, actually. Alright, this time we get solo experience for the Lich. I think Happy really didn't like the fact that his Lich was so underleveled on the second map, so this time he's trying to make sure this doesn't happen again. Quel'Thala's boots. More ways to stack up the heroes. Of course, ideally you want to stack up the Lich, but the Dark Ranger is a decent second choice. Scroll the Beast, of course, sold. And we see Frost Armor again. Happy really seems to be convinced about that Frost Armor choice. Lion Horn, very good item. It doesn't sound like much, but 8% damage mitigation is actually a big deal. Happy's going to be the one to try to expand here at 50 supply this time, it would seem. Needing a bit more gold and lumber, and then it'll be there. 1-0's Lich. Almost level 3. And Happy's going to take the big camp. So in the south, it was a pretty even split between the creep camps. But Happy's going to get the big red in the north. Expansion cancelled, but this is what we call a tactical cancel. Yes, this is cancelled, but there's a lot of time that 1-0 has to invest to get the cancel where he's not creeping. Oh, he doesn't kill the Acolyte. That seems like a bit of a mistake. This now means Happy can always keep trying with the Expo. DK level 4, claws plus 12. There we go! Now the Lich is starting to get stacked up. Finally, level 3 for 1-2-0. Happy's problem here is he doesn't have an Invul Potion on the Lich. Buying more claws and more gloves. Tome of Strength on the ground. Dude, if this Lich dies because he's missing 50 HP, we're gonna know why. The Lich now is super stacked. Should give over something though to the Dark Ranger and pick up an Invuln. Oh. Acolyte joins the party. Maybe.
Player's forces are under attack.
Dark Ranger for Happy, still missing level 2. That's a big deal, of course, for the Skellies. And both expanding on opposite sides of the map at the same time. This gold mine has a bit more gold in it, by the way, interestingly. Alright. What else do we have in the marketplace? Cloak, heal pot, mana pot. Nothing good, really. Happy bought all the good items. And by good, I mean cost-efficient items. But Happy still doesn't have an info potion. This is very dangerous. He's going to have to be very careful with where he positions the Lich. Because without info potion, the Lich can easily die. Happy spreading out in a big concave once again, trying to get a nice sprayed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Supply lead for Happy. Doesn't seem so obvious. Maybe a bit of it's still stuck in production. And there's the focus fire on the Lich. Dispel, whew, against the silence. That was important. So it's crucial for Happy to have destroyers, because he needs to be able to dispel against the silence. The destroyer goes down. Focus fire now on the DK. I think this is the big mistake in 1-0's micro. Focusing on the Death Knight is almost never the right idea. As you can see, DK just shrugged off that damage. And ideally, yeah, every Nova should be a kill on a Fiend. I guess that's why he kept the Talisman of Evasion on the DK, right? 1-0 has been showing the willingness to target the DK quite a bit. And their protective items are gonna help. 1-0 upgrade lead for 1-0, by the way. Destroyer morphed. And the Lich is saved again. But Destroyer caught in a web right away. 1-0's DK pretty far forward. Invul transferred that way. He survives. Destroyer goes down. Oh, Coil lands perfectly for Happy. Saves the Fiend. The Lich now for 1-0 in trouble. Of course, the Invul potion was given over. TP has to be transferred to save him. Another Nova could be dangerous. Good coil by 1-0 towards the end to save that Fiend. Alright, and now we got an expansion on both sides. Happy finally gonna pick up the Invul potion. That's gonna make fighting way easier for him. Great ward here, by the way. The sentry for 1-0 giving perfect vision. Oh. Happy gave over the claws instead of the gloves. Interesting.
The town is under siege.
Not sure if that is the perfect way to do it, but whatever. Thank you very much. Sturmgeweihter with a 19-month resub and Grills with a 42 months. More Fiends, more Destroyers. We still have yet to see any Banshees in this matchup. So interesting, like... Banshees always come and go in phases in Undead Mirror. At times, nobody plays them, and then at other times, they're being spammed endlessly. It has a lot to do with the meta and the aggressive timings. Because Banshees, they are stronger in the very late game, but they also just simply take longer to come online. And I guess the idea is you never want to expose yourself to time of weakness by going for a tech transition like Banshees. Perfect position here for Happy. If 1-0 engages in, he's going to have the inferior position. Because he's going to have to come in a bottleneck. He's naturally going to clamp up. And then the Nova from the Lich is going to hit hard. New Invo Potion ready in 20 seconds. 1-0 wants to pick that one up for the Lich. This could also be the time to go to the marketplace. They have lots of gold. Might be time to buy some items. And more upgrades. Wait, Happy only at 1-0? Currently. But going for more upgrades now. We have one A-bomb in the mix. I'm never sure if this is good or not. As you'll be able to see, it's gonna drop low HP real fast when being targeted by all the Fiends. But still a lot of HP regardless. Alrighty, in we go. First Fiend goes down right away. There's no way 1-0 can win this fight. He's trying to buy time, mainly here, I think. Happy's DK again was focused a good amount. And again, the damage didn't really lead to much. Oh, huge Nova. Hitting 3 of the Fiends. 1 more goes down. The Destroyer for Happy is surviving for quite some time. Oh, Statue and Fiend caught in the cold arrow of the Black Citadel. Ooh, then 1-0 lost a lot right there. Happy now with a 10 supply lead. Look at that Dark Ranger. Plus 12 Agi. That's what I like to see. Happy buys a TP to be safe, but I think Happy is aware he's got the lead now. A lot of Fiends here for the Russian. The statue count is rather low and also no destroyers at the moment.
A town is under siege.
2-1 upgrades against 2-0, but armor upgrade finishing. Attack upgrade queued right after. Upgrades for Happy are about to be exceptional. Coil used, which means now it's on cooldown, which means now the next Nova is going to find a kill. Yep, there it is. And Happy's just got way more Fiends here, doesn't he? It was a great Nova, though, by 1-0. He takes out 2 Fiends there. The next Nova again. Wow. These Novas are hitting flush. And 1-0's got more mana, because it's got the level 2 Dark Ritual. But forced to TP away, TP into the main base. And that exposes the Acolytes. This could mean all Acolytes going down. It's going to put Happy further ahead. Happy looking at getting the lead in the series with 2-1. Might be forced away from this position. But also 1-0's army looking very bruised. Could have really used a heal scroll here. So many Skellies! And these Skellies are actually really strong right now. Happy, in fact, is level 5 on the DK. These coils now super strong, especially to save his destroyers. But he loses that destroyer right there. And again, Nova on the DK. Which I will have to criticize again. But Happy gonna TP out now. Want to make sure he didn't lose the Death Knight and then the rest of the army. And this exchange definitely was still very much in favor of Happy. Trying to rush to the shop to get that Invo Potion. It is so valuable. And of course only 1 available on the map at any given time. And he gets it. Quick thinking by Happy. Many players when they TP home, they're just trying to reset mentally, trying to get their bearings. But Happy right away realizes he has to run back to the shop to get that invuln. And that leaves 1-0 without one. Supply lead, that's a big deal. And of course this Lich, which is still pretty fierce. Wonder knows he can't win a fight here, but at least he's trying to buy time, he's trying to stall. He's trying to make use of the aura and, you know, run around in circles and try to keep Happy busy. While more rounds of production are coming in. But Happy now up by 20 supply. Jesus. 3-1 upgrades as well. Target fire on the Lich. At this point, I think it's the right call by 1-0. Like, he has to hope for a mistake by Happy. He has to hope for the hero kill. There's no way he's going to win it straight up. But when he's in an even situation, I think then targeting the heroes is a mistake. And Happy, of course, wins that fight. He just simply has way more. Would love to see Backpack for Happy and then ferry in some mana potions on the DK. That could be kind of neat.
A player's forces are under attack.
Main bases will be running out kind of soon. So we see another Acolyte. Gonna make another expansion. Dude, still not a single Banshee. This game has been going on for a long time. But not a single Banshee has been seen. Target fire on the DK again. Like I said, at this point, 1-0 is so far behind, there's no way he's going to win the normal fight anymore, so I think he has to go now for these hero kills. But Happy, of course, is not allowing them. So many fiends. Happy's running out of mana, though. And all the heroes are kind of threatened. Kind of crazy how 1-0 is able to hold on pretty well by the virtue of strong heroes in the late game. That's, of course, the trademark, the identity of Undead, having these super strong late game heroes. So it's all about mana. And Happy's out of mana on the DK right now. Could have made a shop here, maybe. Zero is making a lot of gold, by the way. 1,500 gold for him. He's just staying at 50 supply, trying to be as cost efficient as he can. That comes at the risk, though, of just being overrun soon by Happy. Oh, they're just close to level 5, by the way. Ooh. Oh my god, that fiend. The fiend that lived? No. Denied. That third base should certainly put the nail in the coffin. Finally, Happy has had a huge lead now for quite some time. And the Lich is still spitting fire. But Happy feels no need to be overly aggressive. Certainly doesn't want to overextend and give away his lead. Naturally. These fiends now super juiced up. Juiced to the gills, as they say. 3-2 upgrades. Very strong. I'm kind of surprised they didn't try to get more items here from the marketplace. Especially the auras are sick. But I don't think there's an aura actually in at the moment. Alright, double heal scroll now for Happy. And double invuln. The Russian seems very well equipped. Got more acolytes than he knows what he can do with. Still a big supply lead for Happy. 1-0 still trying to spend his gold. More fiends are coming. Not more statues. I guess 4 is enough.
A player's forces are under attack.
Why does he only have 2 ghouls, by the way? Normally it should be 3 at least. And again, Happy is... he's tap dancing. He's swaying back and forth. He's waiting for 1-0 to overstep and make the mistake and give him the opening. And that was a little opening right there. Silence, Nova, right clicks, 1 fiend down. Oh, nicely timed silence. Happy using the heal scroll to save that fiend. Coil follow-up. Lich level 5 is a big difference maker. Level 3 Nova is crazy strong. That is so many fiends, dude. Oh my goodness. And we're almost there. It's almost level 5 time. He needs 1 more kill. Doesn't even have that many units left. Happy's falling back. It feels like he's almost toying with his prey. Oh! Gets to level 5 thanks to the ghouls. And now we got level 3 Nova. And look at that bad boy. Oh boy. This should be the end finally. Tons of damage from that Nova. And an 8-second slow. Which is Ridiculous. Happy perhaps in danger of losing his first hero. Oh, but no. The Lich dies first. That is game GG. And the 2-1 lead for Happy. Okay. And now we should come back to Warcraft 3 Champions. Alright. I'm gonna play a few ads here so that they don't get played automatically by Twitch in the game. So, short ad break now. Wait, I was trying to do it, but it doesn't work. I'm still a bit confused by that system. If you guys don't know, Twitch recently changed the way ads work. Nowadays, if you don't play ads yourself, they will start playing them automatically on your channel. Which is very annoying. But that's the way it is. Alright. We update the score. Happy has taken the lead here now, 2-1. Of course, it's a long series, best of 9. So still 3 more maps needed for Happy to claim the victory. 4 more for 1-0. We go back to Tidehunters. We go back to Warcraft 3 Champions. And if Happy gets the win here, he's getting quite close to winning today's match. All right. We got 1-0 in. Who do we have here? Still waiting for Happy. I love this matchup. Wow. You are one of the few. I must say I find it very interesting as well. Of course, I'm an undead player. But especially in Fiend Mirror, I do myself agree that it can be dull at times. I absolutely love fast expansions. When fast expansion is being played on both sides, but that is not so often the case. Unfortunately. Oh. Wait a minute. The lobby bugged or something. Hmm. Okay, sometimes the War3 Champions hosting situation bugs out a bit. So we're gonna have to restart everything. Don't start without me, guys. Ooh, okay. We made it. It's so hot. Chat is saying. Over in Germany, it's okay today. Yesterday, I think we got to like 33, getting nice and sweaty. But today, it's a bit cooler. Oh, my lordy. Okay. We dropped again, unfortunately. I think Happy's getting a bit impatient as well. Saying that it's always the same with the bugs and drops and that annoying stuff. So we may have to do a restream. Maybe. Off of TED or something. Which would not be great, but might be the only solution. Oh, I just got in. I just snuck in, boys. Remo Demo undercover. All right. We made it into the game just barely. We're back on War3 Champions. Happy in the top left. WC3 in the bottom right. What do we have this time? The same thing we have every time, Pinky. Head Fiend build again. Both still refusing to play expansion. Both still refusing to play ghouls. Which I find a bit unfortunate, but that is the build that they prefer. And perhaps the build that they view as most reliable. Best of 9 question mark? Yes, sir. It sure is. It's a bit daunting, of course, 1-0. to think about the last map that we played here just a moment ago. We were on NetEase, and there he lost the game. And now we're back on Warcraft Champions, obviously. So now ping advantage with Happy. The best micro player of all time. I haven't seen 1-0 try to be sneaky yet. This is really something... He has changed his reputation. He has changed his playstyle as a player. In the past, there used to be plenty of occasions where he tried to outthink, outstrategize, outsmart his opponent by being unpredictable with the strategies and then catching the opponent off guard with a strong counter strat. He's not doing that here at all. He's just playing completely by the book, the honorable way. Which does surprise me. Because, as you guys probably know already, Cryptod expansion is extremely good against Tedfiend build.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe a couple of good items can do it for 1-0. These are excellent. Perfect drops so far for the Chinese. If you guys want a long series, we have to hope for RNGesus to be on 1-0's side, I think. So, the creep route before was go to the Ogre Magi after, and he's doing it again. I think this is a great creep route. It's really cool. This may cost you a Ritual Dagger to heal up again. Oh, Happy is going to contest it this time. He's changing up his own creep route. And wants to be able to prevent the Magi. So he may have watched the replay since the last map. Okay, now things get weird. With the opponent around, of course, you can't go for the Ogre Magi. Look at that skink. Where's 1-0's Acolyte?
Player's forces are under attack.
Must have lost it earlier, I guess. Happy now falling back, wants to get a new Rod of Necromancy. But doesn't want to give away the Magi, but he may have to. 1-0. Should try to go for the Magi right now. This is the time. Could even buy a Mantle of Intelligence. We got a Mantle in the shop. But not gonna get that. And again, 1-0 claims the item and it's a big mana potion. Alright. 3 perfect items for 1-0. We are in business. And now this camp should be enough for level 3, I believe.
Forces are under attack.
Sentry Wards for Happy. Not bad. Can give him some crucial information. Alright, Claws. Claws, baby! Let's go! Ah, okay. At some point, the perfect item streak will always break. The ring here, not the best. Honestly, could be decent for the DK, can embolden him to go in more aggressively. What's attack timing saying? Very similar. Slaughterhouse as well. This is by the book. I'm happy trying to catch 1-0 in a Creepjack. Coil Nova, he knows the coil's on cooldown. This should be a fiend kill for him. Oh, and he seals the last hit as well. But the item, of course, goes to 1-0. If he picks it up... Oh my god. Gets the Mana Stone. Save the Fiend, actually. But the Nova for Happy is cooling down. He gets that Fiend kill there. DK for Happy. Low HP now. Has to be careful. He knows there's a Nova. This plus 5 intelligence on the Lich on level 1 is a big help. That means he's got 3 Novas instead of 2. As you can see, Happy only has 2. And 1-0's got so much mana. It's very hard to see Happy win any kind of fight soon. So, a smart thing for Happy perhaps would be to go for little skirmishes, put 1-0 in an uncomfortable position, and force him to use at least one of these items early. Because if he can take a full-out fight, late-game fight, with both these items, that should make it almost impossible for Happy to win. Unless he starts finding some great items of his own, of course. Scroll the Beast. Alright, that's another bad item. This is certainly something you don't want to have against destroyers. One of mana stealing for Happy. Also not the best.
A player's forces are under
Happy's
attack.
going for the expansion again. Despite the fact that he knows that it's going to be very tough to win a fight considering the opponent's items. But again, it can be used tactically. If you expand here and then you go creeping north at the lab and at the red, if your expansion gets cancelled but you get 2 camps, that's worth it. And 1-0 is going to get the Invo Potion here as well, isn't he? Wait, is he? Yeah, he is. Things are looking really good for 1-0 right now. That doesn't have to mean that this is going to end that way, though. Happy can always fight his way back. Would love to for him to put these gauntlets on the Lich to protect the Lich from Nova Focus. I think that's something that not enough players do. Like, the bonus damage on the DK hardly matters. He's not going to attack much. Oh, there we go. Happy finds the big item this time. Hilarious Flute of Accuracy. 1-0 is just simply creeping way faster. He's the one to get the red camp this time. Thank you, by the way, Grails with a 42-month resub, Odin with a 6 months, and Sparrow with a 17 months. It's the item. Cloak of Flames. Definitely not the greatest, but I like it. I think it's pretty good. Lich far up front, asking to be Novad. Happy's got the Destroyer ready. He knows he's going to have to be ready with the coil to save the first hero because the Lich does not have an Invo Potion. Weird position. Oh, the Fiend's kind of getting caught here for 1-0. And the Lich now close to dying. Whew. Coil comes in, though, and saves the Lich. And again, 1-0 trying to kill the Lich of Happy. Doesn't quite work out. But still more damage flying towards him. Happy used the coil. That was almost his last one. And Happy's expanding in the meantime. Level 2 Dark Ranger now finally for 1-0. He's only got 2 Fiends left over against Happy's 5. How did this happen again? I guess the hero focuses again. The problem. You know, normally when there's no Invo on the Lich, it's a good play to go for the Lich, but Happy is always still able to save the Lich, and then the hero focus attempts lead to nothing. And then you're the one who ends up being down on Fiends. In the case of 1-0. 1-0 gets the next Invo Potion, picks up a Circlet as well. Alright, Creep Jack, but 1-0 is in a good position. He pulled back nicely. And doesn't expose himself to a nasty flank. Forces now for 1-0 have been replenished. 50 supply for him. But 60 for Happy already. And he's fully mining. And the Russian has a big lead. As long as he doesn't terribly lose a fight in the next 2 minutes, Happy's gonna soar far, far ahead. Nice Nova though by 1-0. Starting off this fight. Takes out one Fiend instantly, almost right away. But when the Destroyer, that should be an easy kill. And remember, Happy, of course, doesn't have the Invul Potion. Lich for him, very far up front. Silence now onto the DK. It's one Fiend going down, two Fiends going down. Happy's Lich gets level 4 in the middle of everything. But not getting targeted here. Not getting targeted anymore. Happy has way more Fiends. He's splitting them in all the different directions like we are so used to seeing from Happy's amazing kiting and splitting. The micro and the Fiends is on point. This Fiend miraculously somehow survives and gets away. Happy getting targeted. Dropping low in the DK, might be forced to TP out, but also Death Knight for 1-0 in trouble. And again, the Fiend count is just so different between the two. Ever since that first engagement, when Happy claimed the Fiend lead, he never let it go. With all those Fiends, taking out Destroyers is easy. 0-0 upgrades only for Happy, but he's got so many more units it doesn't matter. Lich takes a lot of damage there, but will survive still. Both Liches here getting targeted now towards the tail end of the fight. But Happy again, the victor. 10 supply lead still, and of course the expansion still mining. More and more production coming from the main. 1-0 upgrades finally finished for Happy. 2-0 in the works. Only 2 Fiends left for 1-0. Seems like his time is running out. Frost Armor finally applied again. I have stated that I'm not the biggest fan of this necessarily, but if it helps the Lich survive, it will be worth it in the end. One-0 has to find this hero kill. He has to find this hero kill. But he doesn't quite get it. The Lich just barely surviving on 100 HP. Silence wearing off. Coil is ready again, and the Lich gets healed. They're getting a few kills on the Fiends, I suppose, but he's only got 3 Fiends himself left over. Happy with 3 statues, trying to heal as much as he can. I think the statue here isn't actually activated. Oh no, they're all on heal. I see. Big Nova there. One-0 has a few more coils, but now the coils on cooldown. The Dark Ranger is low. Oof. Last second with that Invul Potion. Happy could morph some Destroyers here, but deciding not to do it. Just fighting with Fiends and statues purely. Coil comes in last second. It's the last coil for a little while. 1-0 has way more coils still left over. He had the Mana Potion. He had the Mana Stone. But it was not enough to beat Happy in the end, it would seem. But Happy falls back. Again, doesn't have a shop at the expo. This, I think, could be optimized a bit more, perhaps. Happy's got a big force. Oh my god, he's expanding top right. What's going on here? It almost feels brazen. Oh, but Lich's gonna go down. Finally, 1-0 finds that kill that he's been looking for so long. Happy couldn't quite transfer the TP in time, and this could turn the tide. Oh, Happy, were you not careful enough? He didn't bring mana pots. He didn't buy heal potions. He didn't have a shop at the expo. Happy could have done this a bit better, and now he's getting punished for it. But he had a big lead. Was it big enough is a question. So many statues everywhere. Happy lost a lot of supply. The funny thing is he can afford to lose this expansion because he's got this one coming up. Which has been bought back from the tavern. And it's a very tough position for 1-0. He's getting caught by the Nerob Tower. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Man on the DKs is low again. Destroyer is morphed. Nice save on the Fiend. 1-0. Oh, nice. Actually saves everything. Nicely done indeed. But Happy is still mining a ton. That expansion seems like it's actually finishing. Happy finally gonna be able to pick that invul potion. First invul pot for him of the whole game. That's gonna protect the Lich very well. Dark Ranger. What's she gonna get? Mana potions, I guess. Yes, sir. Lich gonna get level 4 here for 1-0. That's a big level up. He's gonna have tons of mana sustain now. Happy almost, or all of a sudden I should say. Only 3 fiends left. He had so many earlier on. But once the Lich died, he was losing a lot. And 1-0 all of a sudden has way more fiends himself. But Happy's up by the aura and up by an upgrade on his fiends. And he's got lots of production coming in from the main. Alright, in we go. The A-bomb's gonna soak up a bit of damage, but not for long. Both taken out right away. Happy has plenty of destroyers in the air. One gets targeted instantly. The fiend piercing damage working out well, of course, against the light armor. Skelly's fighting a few kills against the Acolytes. It's pretty nice. But Happy's mining. Fully mining now from the top right. He is richer than God. And his own level 4 Lich also putting in work. Nova right clicks, finding more and more kills. Mana potion used. Destroyer still goes down. Nova hits the Lich, and what is there? He's got so much mana on his Lich. Also thanks to level 2 Dark Ritual. This is the advantage now that 1-0 has. The combo of level 2 Dark Ritual plus Dark Ranger Skellies. Could eat this one, for example, but not doing that yet. Happy seems to be losing this engagement over the last couple of minutes. Ever since the Lich fell, everything has looked a bit icky.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy doesn't want to give up this expansion yet, though. Of course, he does have more supply, but the heroes are looking way stronger right now, 1-0. He's got way more mana. He's got the better spells as well, I would argue. Nova on the Lich again, lots of damage onto him. Kill on the Lich is always huge. Oh, DK, very low HP, forced to TP out, but that's fine for Happy. His main base is close by, and he's gonna get next to the shop where he can deck himself out in potions once again.
The town is under siege.
The mana pots might be on cooldown. Oh, a lot of kills against the Acolytes. 1-0 is doing this about as well as he can. 3 fiends coming from the main all of a sudden.
A player's forces are under attack.
Where did they come from? 1-0 is going to get the level 5 DK here, or at least get very close. 1 kill away. Huge army now for Happy. He has had so much production this whole time, and now also 2-2 upgrades. And of course still the aura available. A lot of damage on the Lich, not forcing the invul potion just yet. DK here finally gets the level 5, heals up the destroyer. But again, Happy has the way superior fiend count. Use the heal scroll, nicely timed. That healed up everything around him there very well. Sniping now the statues also. I wonder if 1-0 has an inkling that there's an expansion up here. I don't really think so. It's been a pretty hectic game. And, well, I guess it's a simple arithmetic. 3 running bases cannot be beaten by 1 running base. I want to say is not giving it up yet. He's staying somewhat cost efficient, I suppose. Being at 50 supply. He's got strong heroes. Oh, and he catches Happy with his pants down. The DK is not at home right now. So many fiends, though. It is simply so many fiends for Happy. 70 supplies still for him. Heal scroll committed. Still a few fiends going down. And we look towards the mana pool again. The mana count here is crucial. Mana potion used in the DK. There was one more coil. He's got one more at the ready. Destroyer caught again in the web. Happy this time paying seemingly more attention to his heroes. Oh, and that's level 5 Lich. And that was the showstopper on the last map, and it is again. GG is called. Happy takes the win. It's the 3-1 lead for him. Okay. The question is now, do we go back to War 3 champions? I would kind of assume so. I mean, NetEase. All right, Happy asked for a short break. It's been a pretty long... it was a pretty long game, I guess. This can still turn into a very long series, obviously. We're 4 maps in. This could be 9 maps in the end if 1-0 starts bringing it back now. We're going to go to a new map. I'm not sure what it is. But it seems to me that we don't really have to think about whether that's going to change up the strategies too much. It doesn't seem like it will. It seems like 1-0 is more than happy to just play standard, play straight up, catch fiends. If we go just by likelihood of success, I feel like with an expansion, he would have better chances, but he wants to stick to that. Wants to stick to the standard. And it has to be respected as well. He doesn't feel like he has to shy away from micro battles. He doesn't feel like he has to shy away from standard games. He can beat Happy just straight up. And I respect that. It has yet to kind of manifest that way, though. Later on tonight, by the way, we're going to be back here on Back to Warcraft with a German transmission, with a German broadcast. And if it's German, that's right, it's going to be Meisterschaft. Meisterschaft starts its new season today with some kick-ass games, by the way. They really busted out the big guns for Playday 1. We're going to have X-Lord versus Todd, Juan versus Ente, and Francis versus Scars. And it's the German League, where Neo and I commentate in German. If you don't speak our beautiful language, then maybe not for you. But yeah, if you're a German listener, stick around. Later tonight, we're going to start at 7:30 CEST with the first playday of Meisterschaft. Same for tomorrow. We're going to have Meisterschaft again tomorrow, as always, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And tomorrow also, whatchamacallit? Yeah, Show Cup continues. Shook up 29. Foggy is the challenger tomorrow, and the question is, who is he going to be facing? Happy or 120? Happy's got the lead here so far, but that by no means must mean that it's going to stay that way. All right, I think Happy's back, but seems like we're waiting for 120 at the moment. Which gives me the opportunity to remind you guys... Oh, wait a minute. To remind you guys how amazing CORSAIR is. Yo, guys, have you heard of CORSAIR? We've been partnered with them for quite a while now. And guess what? They have amazing stuff. We use their keyboards and their headsets and their mice, and it is POG champ. And they don't just have that, they have even more. They got gaming PCs, casings, laptops, monitors. They got it all. CORSAIR.com is your address. Check them out if you're in need of something new, if you want to treat yourself to a nice little upgrade. And if you do, use coupon code BACK2WARCRAFT to get 15%, no, sorry, 10% off your order. Happy has the chance here to get very close to the victory. If he wins this map now, he's going to be on match point. It is a best of 9. It's a long series. And that, of course, means 5 maps needed for the win. One to 0 watching the replay. Yeah, that's probably true. Maybe he was confused how Happy was able to produce so much and recover so quickly from so many losses. And of course, as we knew, he had a third base, which was certainly quite nice there for Happy to inject in all that extra gold. All in all, great play by Happy all the way through so far, except perhaps the one map that he lost. But there are a few things he could have done better. Try to get more Invul potions, for one, and especially set up a shop earlier. Having a shop at the expansion is such a big help, and if you don't have it, then at least have backpack to bring in mana potions, and maybe even heal potions, heal scrolls. What is there downloading cheats right now? Well, I think he's gonna need a micro cheat. I don't know if a map hack would do it. Was there ever like a micro cheat in Warcraft 3? Not really, right? It would also probably get detected super easy if you suddenly have like 3000 APM. Aimbot. Dude, I remember back in the day playing Counter-Strike 1.6 when lots of people were actually running around with aimbot. And I remember when I was 13 years old, we were at a LAN, and this one guy was actually playing with an aimbot. Like, it wasn't a professional LAN, nothing like DreamHack or anything. No, a wall hack, excuse me. I was playing with a wall hack. It was just a LAN with friends, you know, like many of us used to do in our young teenage years. It was like a LAN of 15 people or something. And this one guy, who was kind of a douchebag anyways, was playing with a wall hack. He was just like, well, what does it matter? It's not a tournament. It's just for fun. And we wanted to punch him. We didn't do it. But we tried to tell him how much of a douchey thing that is. How it can ruin, you know, play against each other. Even if it's not hardcore competitive play, it is still about, you know, playing against each other. And cheats are no good. Tomorrow, Happy versus Harry Potter. The most powerful undead versus Night Elf. About that. For the longest time, that's true. That's what it seemed like. But Foggy has been struggling against Happy for a long while, and maybe even struggling against other players as well. And if you were here yesterday, you saw how amazing Moon was playing. Because Moon was the one to be able to do it. Moon was the one able to beat Happy finally in that best of 5. Which tells me that Moon is back, baby. Thank you, by the way, Ori Game with a 30-month resub. What's Moon's ELO ranking right now? Let's take a look. So we got 1-0 in first. This might change after today. Happy in second, tied with Lin. Lin, by the way, was able to win WSB yesterday very convincingly, very impressively. Moon in 9th position. And yeah, I think Moon is going to make a few jumps upward in these ELO rankings. Kaho was the #1 ranked Night Elf. Oh, interesting. Kaho also finished pretty strong in the TP League Season 1. Got the 3rd place, able to beat Focus in that 3rd place match. Okay, I'm sorry we're having to wait right now, guys. Seems like 1-0 is taking longer than expected. How is the leg? Is it cured? Not quite yet. My leg has gotten a lot better, but it's still healing. I still can't walk on it properly. I have to use crutches. But that's normal. Yeah, I was expecting it to heal fully more quickly. I was a bit too optimistic, I guess. But yeah, it's probably going to be at least another month until I can normally walk again. Oh, there we go. 1-0 has finally shown up. I was almost ready to give over into a little commercial break, but no. Yeah, we are ready for map number 3. We're going to go now to a very small map indeed. Wow. And even here they're playing Ted Fiends. That's... I almost feel like that's crazy. On this map, ghoul builds are so good. Because you can creep super well on Amazonia. Alright. Happy top right in the yellow. 1-0 bottom left in the blue. I feel like on AZ, it comes down a lot to items. Like there's not much smart maneuvering you can do. There's no expansion play, hit and run you can do. This is a very, very limited map. But you can stack up pretty nicely. If you get claws and mantle here, and claws and mantle in the middle, ooh baby, you are off to the races. Would love to see a Dreadlord. So would I, man. Dreadlord would be super fun. But no, we're staying with the very predictable Ted Fiend build. This is a bit more boring in the early game especially. I will not deny that. But this is what they want to play, I guess. Mantle. Very good start. Both players were trying to pull the trolls from the opponent with the Acolyte to make creeping this first camp just a little bit harder.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wait, did he steal that asset? Ah, no. I was on the wrong DK. And Happy gets the level 2 nice and quick. Being forced into an engagement without aura against aura is hopeless. WC3 really needs to make sure he gets that level 2. Happy falling back home, trying to get more out of Necromancy. Tech should be at exactly the same time, which it is. WC3 aware that he's only level 2, knows that he's can't really go up out on the map too easily. Creeping now at home. If Happy gets both middle camps, that is so good for him. That is not supposed to happen normally. Circlet found here. But Happy not going to go to the kobolds, rather into the corner. Trying to snipe the item from the Renegade. I think WC3 knows. Thanks to the Acolyte Scout. But there's not really anything he can do right now. He's on his side of the map. Just creeping there. Alright, big item here for Happy. What's it gonna be? Quel'Thala's boots. Pretty good for the Dark Ranger, but definitely not the best item from this camp. But very good creeping by Happy. This is looking very crisp. No mistakes. Wonderful flow. Quick with the level ups. Double mantle for WC3. Maybe a claws? No, gloves. Alright. 3 good items, 1 bad item. Happy gets level 3. Perfectly on point. Is he going Dark Ranger second? No. Could have tried here to double down with the pressure, but that would have been a bit dangerous probably. WC3 is so close to the level up. He only needs 1 skelly. That's all he needs. But Happy doesn't give it to him yet.
A player's forces are under attack. Player's forces are under attack.
Alright, Lich coming out. Oh my god, that wasn't actually enough for level 2. Are you kidding me? 1 experience point is missing. Come on. Should get 1 skelly here though. Happy is poking, slowing down the game. Doesn't just want to go into a creep war, which is kind of interesting. I guess understandable, since he's level 3 versus only level 2. Trying to hide, trying to ambush. And there you see the downside of only having level 1 coil. Gets the skelly though, finally. And the coil has a shorter cooldown than the Nova. That saves the Fiend. Oh, good block by Happy. Another coil is forced, and now Happy has way more mana. And it's going to be greatly favored in a fight. Seems like Happy's kind of bullying WC3. This is not looking like I was expecting WC3 to show up here. WC3 had 1 really strong showing where Happy wasn't playing, you know, super clean on Concealed Hill.
player's forces
But
are
other than
under
that, Happy has looked pretty scary. Dark Ranger third. This game's far from over. We still got lots of creeps. We still got lots of opportunities. But look at the confidence by Happy. He's trying to threaten 1-0 here. Make him nervous. While the DK is back at home getting the orb. While 1-0 is committing in for the item. That means he's going to have to use the TP here to get out. Oh, the Nova! Steals the last hit. Signs on the DK. Oh my god, if he gets this kill as well with the block. Ooh, that would have been sick. But one Fiend goes down. We got the orb now, ready for Happy. And again, more mana forced out of the DK. Happy has way more mana on his first hero.
player's forces are under attack.
1-0 trying to go for the golems. Happy could swing over there for a creepjack right away. Dark Ranger picks up the tome as well. She's +8 agi now. Deceptively strong. Oh, big item up for grabs. Happy. He's gotten everything here so far. Does he got everything again? Silence. TP transfer. Not enough mana for a Nova, otherwise this would have been a kill. Oh, Fiend actually died in the main base. That was the kill. And double level up. 2 and 3. 2 and 2, I mean. Frost armor again? Question mark? No. Dark Ritual this time. Alright, finally. Since there's still a bunch of skellies around, makes especially sense now. But thanks to statues, 1-0 has nicely recovered the mana on the DK. He's got the big invo potion, not on the Lich, which is a bit scary. 1-0 being 2 levels down here is a big problem. Happy's Lich isn't too stacked though, that's perhaps the one saving grace. 2 targets that have to be healed, which one's he gonna go for? Oh, nicely done. 1-0 actually able to save the Lich and the Fiend. That was very well done. And again targeting the DK. I feel like this has never worked once. Targeting the DK. Ooh, so many Fiends, super hurt. Somehow they all survive. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick that 1-0 saves almost all of them. One goes down there. Invul transferred the Lich, holding on to it for now. No destroyers, by the way. Where are the destroyers? Maybe both feel they would just get webbed and killed anyways. And again, Happy ends up having a higher Fiend count. Every time! This is the story every time. 1-0 tries to go for the hero kill. It doesn't work. And he loses more Fiends. And Happy's got more Fiends and he's got more damage. And he wins the fight. Or does he? One more Fiend goes down. Nova nicely timed. The coil not able to come in there quickly enough. Lich falls, Fiend falls. Fight is lost, game is over, GG. And that is the 4-1 lead for Happy. Happy now on match point, 1 step away from winning Show Cup 28. Like he has done the other 27 before. So the next map should be Northern Isles. That is also a map where expansion can be quite good. Ah, wait. No, it's AZ again. What am I talking about? It's AZ again, of course. We have the rematch. AZ on Netties this time. Okay, 1-0 still has a chance to bring it back here. Going back to Netties server. Back to home field advantage for 1-0. 28 show matches won in a row. That's right. Incredible run by Happy here in the Show Cup. And let's be honest, anywhere that we see him compete. It was yesterday. We're finally Happy was beaten. We're finally able, Moon was able to kick him off the throne. In the TP League Season 1, it was Moon being victorious in the end. Wonder has a steep hill to climb if he wants to do the same here today. Happy on match point. 1 map away. 1-0 has to win 5 in a row. But imagine if he does it. Imagine if he actually does it, how sick of a comeback that would be. In the past, we've seen 1-0 with Cryptid Expos. We've seen him with Nagas. We've seen him be very creative in many different ways. But not today. Today it has been incredibly predictable, the strategies they've been playing. It has been exclusively Ted Fiend build, nothing else. And I think it's going to stay the same. All right, Happy in the red. Wait, what? Did he make the Cryptid cancel it? Or did he make the wrong building? Not sure. Okay. Unusual little mistake by Happy. It's not the end of the world. It's just a cancel. It's just a bit of resources. So that probably means his tech is going to be a little bit slower. By a few seconds. Preparing once again to go creeping in the middle. We saw exactly the same before. DK goes in the middle, creeps the first camp, and will try to go for the kobolds if he's left alone. Or return back home.
A player's forces are under attack.
Guys, put your hands up in the air. We need some Genki Dama time. Like back then with Goku in Dragon Ball Z. What do we need? Is perfect items. Perfect items for 1-2-0. Lots of claws, lots of circlets. And mantles. 1-0 creeping this camp very early on. At times you like to try to save this one for the Lich. Or the very late game. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. We don't want the ring. Happy creeping in the middle in the meantime. Acolyte knows about it. Oh my god. Skelly expires, lol. You have to micro this camp pretty heavily if you want to creep it with only Skellies, but it is doable. This DK is actually very good at brawling early. If it should come to a fight before Lich, this inventory is great for that. Happy's items, decent.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think Wonder Zero's actually creeping a bit faster here, isn't he? Gonna get the kobolds now. This is important. You don't want to give up both camps of kobolds in the middle. That's no good. And there we go. Claws. And almost level 3. Oh. Lightning shield here. Messing a bit with Happy. Might deny the last hit. Almost. Alright, and you know what? Wonder Zero seems to come out a bit on top here. Lion Horn, this is a great item for him. He's gonna creep the whole camp, try to get maximum use out of Necromancy. And he's gonna get very close to DK level 4. A fast DK level 4 is not bad at all. This DK's got lots of strength as well, by the way. 1000 HP. Happy. Belt is not the greatest. Ooh. Look at him go! What is there? Keeps on creeping. Gonna go over to the merchant now. And that's... Is that level 4? Yeah, that must be level 4, right? I think so. That's pretty sick, man. Oh. Gets the last hit, gets replenish. Also good. And he is so far ahead in experience. Alright. This game is looking good for 1-0. But even if the early game goes well, that doesn't have to mean you're going to win the game, obviously. You have to win the fights in the late game. That's what it all comes down to. Like the 1-0 here is creeping with the DK to get that level 4. This is such a great feel-good level to have. That level 2 aura is a lot better than the level 1 aura. Happy finally gets his big mana potion. One of his favorite items. Finally picked up. And he will notice that he's far behind in experience on the DK. But he's ahead on the Lich. What's more valuable? It's hard to tell. Tier 3 soon to be finished. Dark Ranger will join or will be picked up. No dust yet, by the way. And no invuln. Both don't really seem to be very ready for a fight. Well, Happy says, screw that. He's gonna come in for the creepjack. Gonna pick up the Dark Ranger in a moment. Oh, and the Fiend gets caught in an ensnare. Lich level 2, important level up there. The Lich for Happy. Almost dead. Oh my god, that was so close. Woof. 1-0's got the level 2 Unholy Aura, and he's got the Devotion Aura. And Happy not picking up the Dark Ranger just yet. It's a bit hectic right now. Huh?
A player's forces are under attack.
Indeed. Dark Ranger delayed for the time being. And Happy was hoping to find a powerful creepjack here, but he's not really winning this fight. The aura is helping out 1-0 so much right now. Again, the Unholy and the Devotion making a big difference. Happy's got the big mana. Wait, what? Did he sell the big mana potion? No way.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0. Winning this fight. Gets another Fiend. It's 2 Fiend kills for the Chinese player. And this game is looking so good now for 1-0. He must be able to bring this one home. Finally, Dark Ranger for Happy. The Russian... Oops. Being perhaps a bit overeager. With the silence, he's going to find a return kill. Going to try to get 2 Fiends even. Oh, so close. Oh my god. Almost. That gets a Fiend on the other end. DK for Happy, now very hurt. Will have to TP out here before too long. Pulls the TP. Oh, double silence to prevent the Nova as well. That was nicely done by Happy. Saves that Fiend with it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, 1-0. Wins that exchange. And now picks up the big item as well. 1 of mana stealing, not bad. What happened to the big mana, guys? Did he use it or did he sell it? If he sold it, then that is so weird. I think he must have used it and I just didn't see it. Oh, Happy getting caught. He's got only 3 Fiends here. The mana for him also isn't looking too good. This is a good opportunity to win the game. Oh no. Oh no. Don't tell me the Lich is gonna die. Oh my god. TP had to be transferred. Happy sees the weakness. The Lich was exposed. And it seemed like where Happy was getting caught, it was suddenly 1-0 who had to back up. Does he have Destroyer form upgrade? Oh, he doesn't. 1-0 is skipping Destroyer form. And now trying to instead expand. Smart movement, by the way, by Happy. Happy knows 1-0 will think that Happy's creeping here, so he's trying to come for the creep jack. And Happy doesn't feel strong enough to take a fight, so he walks away from there across the map. Gets the cancel on the Expo. But that means 1-0 gets the red camp. Big experience. Big item. What's it gonna be? Bit of cunning. And smart choice also by 1-0 not to creep the full camp. Just get the item and then run across because Happy must be creeping the red. Nice play by both. Happy's trying to snipe the item before 1-0 arrives, but I think he's not fast enough. Oh my god, dude, the nighttime was so fortunate for Happy because 1-0 sees him late. Oh, the Dark Ranger almost dead. Oh, the Nova hits her, but doesn't kill her. Cloak of Flames again on the Dark Ranger, indeed very bad. I think the DK isn't high level and isn't tanky enough to actually carry this cloak. Happy lose another Fiend. The level 2 aura advantage is really big here. Silence though comes in. Huge Nova by Happy. Gets a Fiend kill, and that's almost level 3. His Lich might have the superior level here before all is said and done. So it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end. But Happy's out of mana on the DK. We'll have to go for a mana potion here very soon. Full mana on the Death Knight for 1-0. Statue's healing up in the back. We got 1-0 upgrades on both sides. Nova on the Fiend, but that one survives. Oh, Happy diving deep. Going too deep. That's a micro mistake. Diving too deep there. Trying to go for the kill. Mana potion and dust. In range of the Black Citadel now. These Fiends can be slowed very easily by Happy. Oh, but it's double level ups. Oh, that's huge. 1-0 now on 4-3-2. He's got 2 levels advantage. If there ever was a time, it is now for 1-0. That's another silence. And a kill on the Fiends. Interesting how both have just completely moved away from destroyers. Oh, and the DK now close to falling. If he dies, this game is definitely over. It might be over already. So much mana. Endless mana on 1-0. Looking really strong. That early level 4 DK. So good. I like preaching about it how strong the level 2 aura is, and here we see why. One more fiend went down. Happy just doesn't have enough in the tank anymore. Finally, 1-0 was able to flip the script. Normally it's always Happy who's the one who ends up with more fiends. This time it's the other way around. The DK being too low level, level 3 versus level 4, plus the aura, made the big difference here. And it's GG. And 1-0 brings it back. Alright, boys. This is not quite over yet. Oops. Happy still on match point. Still leads. But 1-0 wins his second map and builds up a bit of confidence as well. And now, I think we go to Northern Isles. And it's going to be Netties again. 1-0 with a very real chance to get the next W here. Alright, Happy taking a moment. I think he's the one studying the replay now. Ah, okay, never mind. He joins without much downtime. One-0 today is able to take more maps than Kaho was the last time, and Sok was the time before that. There was a 5-1 quick affair. And 1-0 still has hopes here. Still has chances to win this best of 9 here today. And then face Foggy tomorrow. Foggy will be the challenger tomorrow. We're going to be back the same time as today, 1 PM CEST for that one as well, of course. All right. What are we going to see this time? Are they finally going to change their strategies? Honestly, I don't think so. I don't really think so. And indeed, they won't. Happy in the bottom left in the red. It's Ted Fiend build once again by both. I feel like 1-0 oftentimes has the slightly better creep route early, right? Seems like he's got those worked out a bit better. He levels up a bit faster. He gets a few more items. His position on the map and HP oftentimes is a bit better. I've seen that plenty of times now. Especially apparent this was on Amazonia, of course. Getting that level 4 as early as he did. Why Netties again? I'm not sure exactly how they do it. I think it's like 2 games in a row each, and sometimes 3 games in a row, and then they switch back. But yeah, we are again on Netties. Oh, that's a weird position for a graveyard. That's what I like to call an enter graveyard.
player's forces are under
kind
attack.
of helpful, actually, to summon some corpses here. It's pretty bad for ghoul lumber harvesting, though. We haven't seen a single Acolyte steal so far, by the way. Neither player has allowed that so far today. Happy starts off with the ring. Not what he wanted. But of course on this map, you can always trade those items in for the claws that you want instead. And we got ring on both.
A player's forces are under attack.
Enter would have won 5-0 already. True. Enter is the Giga Chad. We're gonna see him tonight. Enter's playing against his teammate Juan. There's a ghoul here. What? And there's a fiend here.
Player's forces are under attack.
The rally point's a bit off, perhaps. Happy looking a bit crispy here early on. Also, his creeping slightly faster, not by much. 1-0 takes the time to get to the marketplace and buys gloves of haste. Oh, what a lightning shield. Happy can use that to creep even faster. He might be able to creep the natural, get level 3, and get into the middle before 1-0 is ready. I think that's what he's going to try here. Do we see lumber looking worse for 1-0? Not exactly. Crystal ball. Gonna scout things out. Happy's items really not the best. But that means he's gonna get some bonus gold from these finds. Gets to level 3. And he buys the claws. The first of possibly many. Again, keeping the ring.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now both are level 3. And both meet in the middle. This is basically always the way it goes. Oh! Happy starts the marketplace creep with 1-0 around. But okay. Changes his mind, realizing it's a bit too frisky.
A player's forces are under attack.
Slaughterhouse coming, tier 3, and Lich. This is of course all very much standard. Happy's got a lot more damage here on the DK. And this kind of matters in these early little exchanges. But then again, 1-0 has more mana somehow. Fair enough. Another look at the marketplace. What do we have? Claws plus 9. That's probably too expensive. Instead, gloves of haste. Oh, target fire on the DK. Interesting.
A player's forces
Statues
are
come up
under attack.
momentarily. Oh, 1-0 Ziggurat is late. Ooh, that hurts. That's very annoying right now. So Happy statue is going to be... Okay, I thought it was going to be more time than that. It's actually not that much faster. If both played correctly, nothing here should really die, and so far nothing has. But we're waiting for tier 3 to finish, and then the Dark Ranger is gonna change the parameters. With the silence, suddenly kills are gonna be possible.
A player's forces are under attack.
And tier 3 is gonna finish here in just a second for both. Happy picks up the Dark Ranger, but Wonder is going to be the first to get the orb, running back home. Happy knows the DK is going back home for the orb. Ah, nice silence on the Lich. Oh, the Lich, speaking of which! Oh, way too greedy! Was trying to steal the item. Oh, and Happy punishes that right away. That was a big oversight by 1-0. Oh, man, that's not good. Quel'Thala's boots. This is the most dropped item today. I think we've seen like 5 boots of Quel'Thala's. Yeah, level 1 Lich, not known to be that tanky. 1-0 with a big miscalculation, thinking he can be sneaky there with the Lich. Maybe he thought the DK was closer to try to coil or something. And he still doesn't have the Dark Ranger. Uh-oh. Happy now with the series, with this series in his grasp. He's also gonna get the Invo Potion. Aye, once you start falling behind, it starts getting painful real quick. But at least now the Dark Ranger's been picked up. And Wonder does have more mana on the DK. Silence focus fire on the Lich. Has to give over an item, maybe. No, can't do it! Happy's DK getting targeted again, but once more he gets away. The second hero kill on the Lich. Normally, this should mean GG. Every time. But 1-0 still giving it a shot. Still trying to take this fight. Oh, he's gonna have to fall back. Man, this Lich has spent more time in the altar than out on the map. And now Happy's feeling confident enough. Try to get this. Oh, Dark Ranger. She might this time be able to steal this item, actually. I like the confidence by 1-0. He's not giving this one up yet. But Happy with a Nova finds 1 kill on a Fiend. Maybe even a second. Ooh, that was a big Nova. Ah! 2 missed coils! Minus 150 mana. Oh, Jesus. And Happy gets plus 250 mana. With the Mana Stone. Lich finally back for 1-0. Three status on the ground. 1-0 has completely moved away from destroyers, it seems, but they both do have the upgrade. Look at Happy, even microing its skeletons at this late part in the game. Wants to send them in to bait a bit of focus fire and then pull them back to pull the Fiends of the opponent out of position. And again, Happy ends up having more Fiends. 6 versus 4 at the moment. This lonely little traveler getting caught but not killed.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Happy's expanding with one of his 5 acolytes. Interesting. Lost a bit of mining time. How much was this? Not that much. Only 100 gold. And time now clearly on Happy's side. He misplaced the silence here, Happy did. Small mistake, so the DK was ready for 1-0 to get the coil off and save the Fiend. Happy's DK way in the back. Out of range of silence, especially during nighttime. Double silence by Happy. Lich and Death Knight affected. Still no destroyers. Still no dispel. That means the silence is so strong. Oh wow, that fiend actually survives. Somehow. Mana on the liches is low. 1-0's lich still only level 1. This is so sad. Only one pair of gloves and level 1. Not where you want to see your lich. That coil almost missed again, but it didn't. Happy pops the mana stone, and that's so many more coils for him. And this war of attrition is going Happy's way. He's putting in more damage, he is mitigating more damage, and now he's also mining more. Full saturation will be achieved soon. And 1-0 needs a miracle. It's nothing less than a miracle. He needs to hope for Jesus of Nazareth to come down from the heavens and bring him deliverance. Oh. Heal scroll forced, healing up just the DK. Wonder's got a couple of Novas here though. Maybe he can get something done with the Nova. He's going for the Lich again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there was no invuln. Woo! It almost worked. He almost got the Lich kill here. But not quite. Next Nova comes in, almost a kill, but the coil is there last second. Happy exchanges, trades favors, kills a fiend of the opponent. Another one goes down. Happy still has the TP he can pull if needed. He's bought so much time. He's mining so much gold now. Statues working overtime. Happy's dry on 2 of his statues. Does have the Destroyer form upgrade. But no actual flyers in the air. In this kind of extended engagement that takes so much time. So good for Happy. Look at that. Already almost 1,000 gold mined off the expansion. Happy can easily go now into upgrades as well. 70 supply. Almost. Huge concave. So much damage. Oop! The coil is too late. Happy able to find those kills over and over with a Nova connecting shortly before the coil. We saw them the fiends before, now we saw it on the Lich. And that should be game. Another statue goes down. Happy's on the chase. He's hunting for his next meal. Very nice stutter stepping there as well on the Lich. And that is it. GG. The game is over. The series has ended. And again, it is Happy being the victor, like he's been so many times. Show Cup 28. That is 28 wins in a row for Happy. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Happy does it again. And that means... Oh, wait. We don't want to take away that one victory from 1-0. He did get 2 maps, but Happy with a 5 takes the W. Happy is the winner of today. He's going to be staying alive, the defending King of the Hill in the Show Cup. He's going to be challenged again tomorrow. Foggy is going to be his adversary tomorrow. Another best of 9. And I'm frozen again. Another best of 9 tomorrow. It's going to be the same time as today, 1 p.m. CEST. I'm going to be back here with you lovely folks once more. Neo and I are also going to be back later on tonight. It's going to be the ESL Meisterschaft continuing with the next season. And I hope we'll see you there as well, especially if you're German speakers.